Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Shootaround Sessions Podcast. I'm your host, Tawasi C, and I'm here with my man.
Randy B, what's good?
You know how we do, back again with another one. You know how we getting it. So we in the midst of August. We're a couple of weeks away from basketball. We're still in the offseason. Couple of moves were made. It's been a slow week, but we got Mikal Bridges locked in. Knicks, of course, we got Mikal Bridges locked into a 4-year, $150 million deal, extension, I should say. So we feeling right about that. How we feeling about we got our man Mikal Bridges locked in? How you feeling?
That's a good extension, and what it shows me is the Knicks are locking in their team. They like what they see with the people that they have long term, and you know it's a good look. It's a good look for the organization. It's a good look for the fans. It's a good look for the players. Let's just know that there's some real stability. They like everyone that they have, and there's no crazy movements in the future. I like it.
That's a fact. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the move. I think that people were expecting us to make bigger splashes and make bigger moves, like the Giannis move is looming. But again, we need that consistency. We're a good team. And like I said, run it back. Like, I feel like the only thing we was missing last year was a decent coach. No hate to Tibbs, but we needed that coach to take us over the mark. But like I said, I like Bridges coming back. I like Bridges as a player. Do I think he's a superstar? No, but I would rather have 4 solid role players that do what they got to do and like 1 superstar or 2 superstars. Maybe if Cat could step up and be a superstar this year. He got the numbers in the regular season, but I need to see more from Cat in the playoffs. But I like the move, man. I'm feeling it.
Yeah, and like I said, it sets us up for even in the future when some of these contracts, I don't want to say run out, but when certain free agents pop up, they can show, they have structure over there, showing that we have structure. You know what I mean? And then we're not trying to get rid of people every season,
Exactly. And we stay under that apron, we lock it in these guys, and we can make some moves for the future. So I'm feeling it. Even though we got to win the ring in 2026, we're getting that championship. You heard it here first. It's damn near a guarantee. I'm guaranteeing a championship this year, but we got the pieces that we need, and we just keeping everybody together doing what we got to do. So I'm good with it.
Good.
Another move, big move we got to talk about is Luka. Luka Dončić signed a 3-year, $165 million extension. And how you feeling about Luka locking in? What you think this means for the Lakers?
They found their face of the franchise. Like we said last week or a couple of weeks ago. They found their face of the franchise. The real question is, what does this mean for LeBron? Because, again, I'm saying it here first. I won't be surprised. Just like how we acquired Cat towards the very end of free agency, towards the very beginning of the season. I won't be surprised LeBron ends up somewhere else.
You think they gonna move Braun?
I would not be surprised. I'm not saying that they will, but if it does happen, I would not be surprised.
That would shake up the whole league.
Of course.
I mean, I don't know. I think this is Braun's swan song. Like, I don't necessarily think it's his last year, because I do feel like other superstars like a Kobe, like the top dogs that went out, he's gonna announce it and they're gonna send him out in style with the whole tour, and it's gonna be annoying. But we see in the last days of Braun, I feel like, and the Lakers are just committing to Luka, giving him that extension. I know he wanted that bag when he missed out on a few $1 million by getting traded, but it's a lot of upside to him being in LA and the type of squad they could put around him. I mean, hey, he getting some bread for that couple years, so I ain't mad at him, man. And like he gonna be the face of the Lakers. Dare say he could be the face of the league, but we're gonna see how that plays out.
There was a point where that was a strong possibility. There was a point where Luka, I mean, it's still possible, but he could be the face of the league. He's that good. He makes the game look extremely easy. That's what I'll always say about him. Every time he plays, he makes it look easy.
And then I believe he came in the other day, he lost about 30 pounds, so they said he getting in shape. Like, how you think he's going to be locked in this season and he's going to take it, not to say he never took it serious, but you think he about to prove them haters wrong?
We got to wait and see, because I feel like Luka loses weight every summer and then comes back and has a beard too, has a
Has a couple of Steve
As a
Weisers.
Steve Weisers in between games. But no, I'm hoping this contract extension motivates him to get in shape, stay in shape, be in shape the entire season. And I'm not saying that he's playing out of shape, but you can see the pudginess, and you can see that he's not the fastest player on the floor. But I'm just
He ain't.
saying.
I mean, man, bro got skills, bro. I won't knock him. I won't hate on him, but he got skills. But he just need to lock in and take that to the next level. And if Luka could commit and actually play seriously, and he could tear the league, he could take the league by storm, man.
Definitely. Oh,
He could.
definitely.
But since we talking about Braun in his last year, the Christmas games have been released for 2025, 2026. Have you gotten a chance to look at that list lately?
I did look at that list. I did look at that.
How we feeling about the Christmas game? We could go through them.
Um, it's a Christmas tradition, of course. The Knicks have to play, must play Christmas must play. So
That's the gift that just keeps on giving.
yeah, so we take it on Cleveland, which more than likely is an Eastern Conference preview because those are the top teams in the East. You got the Lakers and the Rockets. Again, two teams that's building towards something, trying to get something. That should be a fun game.
And also, wait, even before we even think with the Lakers and the Rockets, I know the NBA trying to structure this because you got KD versus LeBron. Could be for the last time on Christmas, maybe. Like, I don't know if we've seen it yet, but that's a big money matchup, and I know they're trying to push that.
That's a great point.
Yeah. And then we also got Dallas and the Warriors. We got Clay versus Steph on Christmas. That's going to be a little... if everybody stays healthy, of course, but that could be a little bit of a showdown. I'm feeling that.
That's true, too. That's true. Then you got the Timberwolves and the Nuggets. Again,
No shit.
two teams that more than likely will probably meet up again in the playoffs. So like I said, it's a preview for the playoffs. But yeah, I ain't mad at you with that one.
Nah, because I know Christmas is a lot of basketball. You're talking basketball from 12 in the afternoon all the way till like about 12 at night. So it is, sometimes it's exhausting. I don't catch all the games, but I know by the time this game comes on, if I'm not in my bed by that time, I'll give it a chance. But it's a nice matchup. I mean, I'm looking forward to the Knicks the most because Knicks on Christmas, they always bring it. Even from the years of Melo, we've always been running this. But I want to ask you a quick question about Christmas because the NFL is running against the NBA this year again, and they trying to make NFL on Christmas a thing. How do you feel like the NBA is positioning itself for that, and how you think they handling it with the lineup this year?
I think they're handling it by. I want to say that I think they're handling it by not handling it. They're going to put on the best matchups they can for Christmas, and it's up to the NFL to make their name. All right, the NBA put their paws down, they put their prints down. This is their day, and the NFL could try to bring it. But one thing I do want to bring up, one of the big omissions for Christmas Day, the Boston Celtics will not be playing on Christmas. And this is the first time since 2015. I mean, it's you see with injuries and you see how things can change from one season to the next. It's crazy that the Celtics are not playing on Christmas Day.
Nah, I mean, I ain't gonna miss him. I'm not and this is not on some Celtics hate type stuff, but the NBA is a star-driven league, and once your big star goes out, we see how the shift could kind of take place, and we witnessing that with our own eyes. Where Tatum goes down, we don't know the future of the team. They break up the whole team, and they just can't keep up. I mean, I dare say the Knicks took them down, and we eliminated them. I mean, they got to go back into rebuild mode after we slayed the Giant. So shout out to Knicks fans out there. We doing a thing.
That's the best way. That's the best way to put it. We slayed the Dragon, and not only just slayed them for a season, we totally destroyed a whole franchise. A whole franchise. So
that's a fact. I'm happy with that, man. I'm happy with that. But moving along, let's talk about the way the game is played today. Because last week was our players' ball. Shout out to everybody who tuned in for the players' ball. But it's been a lot of talk about people who could play in eras and which era would you put them in. I don't believe we ever spoke about Bron if we would have put Bron back in Jordan's era. How you feel he would have performed?
I think LeBron would have still been as effective because, and again, I keep throwing this word back because I used it a lot last week, hybrid. He was a hybrid kind of player where he was big and strong and fast. He was the size of Karl Malone, moving like a Jordan. So I think he still would have been as dominant in the league. But I still think Jordan would have been top notch, would have been a top tier player. But no, LeBron would have did okay. A lot of the only thing that would have definitely stopped is a lot of the flopping that we've seen. That wouldn't exist. I think he would have toughened up, or he would have had to toughen up, because then those boys back then would have did some damage to him. You know,
Took his head off.
would have took his head off. Would have took his head off.
I mean, it's crazy because like we be getting comments on our TikTok and people was really kind of getting at us with this whole Shaq versus Jokic thing. And they were saying, man, like Shaq could dominate Jokic, but if like Shaq couldn't guard Jokic on the outside, and then they even saying Jokic don't even play defense. And it really has me thinking about these differences in eras because they said, oh, we had better defenders back in our day. Defense is dead. I want to know, what say you? Like, what do you think is different with today's game rather than back in the day game?
The biggest difference to me that I've seen in the NBA today, the big man play is completely gone. Traditional senses playing in the post, drawing the double team and either dominating that double team or kicking out, that game is completely gone. There is no one right now that does that. No one.
Do you think it's a matter of that analytics thing that people are saying like, oh, well, we could shoot more threes and win better shooting threes rather than going inside and pounding the rock?
That is exactly what it is, which goes back to, again, last week, that whole everyone want to shoot like Steph. You have 7-footers out on the perimeter. So now, even if you play in middle school, high school, college, and you're taught to defend and the paint and everything, by the time you get to the league, you got 7-footers out in the paint, and you gotta learn how to guard the paint. At
the top.
Guard at the top. So yeah, the big man game is completely dead, and that's one of the biggest changes to me when it comes to the league.
What you say about like athleticism, because I was watching this post where they said, oh, you like they say today's players are the most skilled athletic players, but there's people that say, nah, like you go back. I saw even footage of Wilt making behind the back passes. Guys like Dr. J doing dunks that guys do. Well, not really necessarily the dunks that they do today, but Dr. J was a bad boy in his time, with all respect due to him. So what say you? Like, what you saying about these comparing the eras and just different styles of basketball?
What I would say is, I won't say that it got better or it got worse. I'll just say that it evolved. The athleticism, the skill, everything evolved. So you can see back in the day with a behind the back pass or Pistol Pete going back and forth and everything. And now you see Steph and Kyrie today doing damn near the same thing, but just the moves, the slickness, everything evolved. All right. And that makes it so a lot of these guys, if you put them in different eras, I think they will still succeed. It'll just look different and be different. It'll throw old school heads, it'll throw them off for a bit, but I feel like they'll figure it out. And then a lot of those old school moves that people don't use anymore, it'll throw some of these new cats off.
Nah, that's a fact. Like the step back, which is sometimes a travel.
Yeah.
That's a travel sometimes. But I don't know, like it's throwing me for a loop because, like you said, basketball has changed. We're seeing the 3-point shot. We're seeing guys just dribbling, doing stupid stuff and taking these bad shots. And I miss old school basketball. I really do miss old school basketball, man. Like the competitiveness, the stories, stars actually stepping up and playing how they're supposed to play. And it's not a knock on today's NBA, but I just wish there was a way where kids would tap into the older stuff and act like, oh, basketball wasn't invented when LeBron came about.
That's true.
There's people who do think that way, but I don't know, like, I see a guy like Westbrook, and I put Westbrook back in the 90s, early 2000s. It's a different ballgame. It's a way that speed going down end to end, phew, like a lightning bolt.
Yeah.
Dominating, and he definitely is one of those. I feel like he could play in any era.
Oh, definitely.
Any era.
Definitely. Because again, he passed the ball. His speed, getting down the court, getting to the hoop, that boy would have been dangerous in any era. In any era.
That's a fact. That's a fact. But I gotta ask you a question because we spoke about this earlier. Do you think there's a universe where Giannis Antetokounmpo will make it to the New York Knicks?
As we know in life in general, anything is possible.
Anything is possible.
Anything is possible. The question is, what are we willing to lose to make it happen? All right. Now, I don't know how much time is left on his contract. I got to look that up.
Yeah.
Come over as a free agent. Oh, that's great. That'll be perfect. Trade-wise, what are we willing to give up for Giannis? Because Giannis is, again, he's a generational player, and he's somebody that you should go out and see what you have to give up to acquire Giannis Antetokounmpo. Where does it go? Who do you feel we can sacrifice? Let's just play GM for a little bit.
I mean, you know me, automatically. If there was a possibility that we could get Giannis for Cat in a straight up trade, straight up. If Nico Harrison could touch any of these two teams and give them his GM skills to give up a superstar like that for another superstar just in a straight up trade, I'll be happy with it each and every single day. But I'll be honest with you. I don't know if I do want Giannis on my squad.
Got you.
I would take, and there's no shade to Cat. Love Cat. Love what he does for us in the regular season. There's a lot of flaws and holes in Cat's game that I don't like. But the one thing that he does better than Giannis to me, which we spoke about, and I feel like you do need that in today's NBA, is the shooting.
Yep.
If he's on that team, I feel like he clogs up that paint, and I don't feel like it works. I feel like we got a better chance with Mitchell Robinson and Cat, one inside, one outside, and then playing that game rather than you have a guy like Giannis and Jalen Brunson trying to fight to get on that inside and blocking it all up.
That makes perfect sense because you know what? Again, you got somebody like Cat that's going to shoot the three, shoot the mid-range, and you got somebody like Mitch who doesn't need to score and can stay in that paint and grab the board, box out. Again, it always sounds great when you have superstar upon superstar upon superstar on the team, but as we've seen in the past, that is not always a recipe for success. You need a team where everybody has their role and things come together the way they should. And like I said, that makes perfect sense. Trust me, man, that makes perfect sense.
That's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping for Mike Brown come in, we find a way to work this thing out, and we could dominate the East, man. We definitely like the Cavs. I don't even see the Cavs as a threat. Shout out to Spider Mitchell. I wish Spider Mitchell was on our squad. That's one of our guys that we wish was there. But at the end of the day, I see this team gelling even more. You saw what we could do when we got Cat at the end of the offseason last year. And we second place. We went far, far, far. I think with some more seasoning and a proper full training camp under their wings, this team is going to be dominant, man. We in to see a Knicks team that's going to carry the torch and bring us a ring. And
stop just stop the misery.
That's what I'm saying. We need it. We need it. We deserve it.
But let me ask you a question, because I don't know if you heard the rumblings within the past 2 weeks. How do you feel about the Knicks entertaining bringing in Ben Simmons?
Man.
I'm about to talk to you about this all week.
Okay. This is how I feel. If you know me, you know I'm not the biggest Ben Simmons fan. I feel like Ben Simmons steals money every time he cashes his NBA check.
That's a fact.
Now, Ben Simmons I don't know what he has to give, but I know what I'm looking for from Ben Simmons, which is somebody who could come in, defend, possibly handle the ball off the bench. But everywhere he been after that, like after he went to Brooklyn, like in Brooklyn, he hasn't been really delivering. So I don't even know if he could give us that, if he would even lock into his role, if he gets bought out or whatever his situation is. I just really, it's a head scratch. Like, we could get him for a vet minimum. Why not take a chance? You know what I mean? He'll be a good rotational player, and we're not looking for Ben to score. We're not looking for him to come in, do anything like that.
Hence the reason why I think it could be a low risk, high reward type situation. Just like what you said, we're not looking for him to score. You are a tall body. You can defend. You can actually handle the ball and get it to the shooters on that. Get it to the shooters on the second unit. I'm not opposed to it. I'm not pushing for them to fully like just go out and get him, but if they happen to acquire him, I'm not opposed to it because I feel like we have enough talent on the team to where we can hide all of his negatives to where, like, again, big body, defend, pass the ball out, and get the rebound as best as you can. That's it.
That's what scares me about it, because we know the talent that Ben Simmons has. Like, I remember when he was in Philly the first time, they was like, yeah, Ben Simmons is next LeBron, and we know how these people hype the train, you know what I mean? And do I think he was that talented? No. But I think he does have something to bring towards the team. But again, it's if he wants to bring that to the team. Like, I see my guy in Brooklyn with the drip on, sitting on the sidelines, and he ain't care about basketball. So I don't want somebody who doesn't care about basketball. We need some people on the Knicks who care about ball, who willing to be scrappy. We need them dogs. And if Ben Simmons is not going to bring that dog culture to the Knicks, then I don't want him.
I just got one set of advice for Ben Simmons. If he happens to come along, I'm not saying I'm asking for it, but just one set of advice. If you come to New York, for however long your contract is, don't listen to the radio, don't read the newspaper, and don't watch TV. Because we've seen how his confidence got shot in Philly, it got shot in Brooklyn. Just don't listen to anything, don't read anything. Just, I don't know, play Candy Crush on your phone and practice.
That's it. I think he need to lock himself up in one of them shelters and stay away from everybody and just play ball. Like, I just really don't know what's good with that guy. He's a wasted talent, and not a waste of talent, but wasted talent. Like,
no, I got you.
This guy Ben Simmons was it. 6'10",
he was it.
Had, like, dare I say, almost out like Magic Johnson. Like, he had the potential to be that guy.
That's what people were saying.
I just don't know what happened, bro. I remember that series in Philly where he wouldn't take the layup against Trae Young.
That was it.
His career was over. His career was over, bro. I mean, low key, I would rather have a PJ Tucker than have a Ben Simmons right now back on the team. And I don't think we picked back up PJ Tucker.
No, we didn't.
Nah, that's a major hurt, you know? Hey, man, shout out to PJ Tucker, man. He could hang with us. But I don't know, like, what matchups you interested to see this season? Like, what really, like, what teams do you really want to see face off and you think is going to make some noise this coming NBA season?
Oh, one of the things I did see, which is going to be funny, opening night, I believe they said that OKC is going to be hosting Houston, and it's going to be hilarious. People are already making fun of it. It's going to be hilarious having Kevin Durant be there on ring night.
It's gonna hurt, bro, man. I mean, it doesn't hurt him, but he should feel some type of way.
But going back to your original question, I feel like it falls into the same situation as always. The West is so stacked up. A lot of those West games I do want to check out when it's at a reasonable time. Not when those games come on at 11 o'clock. I can't deal with that.
Tough.
Because the East is so fractured right now. The East is fractured. The East is hurt. So all of these matchups that you would have want to seen, like a rematch between New York and Indiana, or a rematch between New York and Boston, or, you know, it's just those games don't even matter right now. So a lot of those Western teams, I want to see what Dallas does with Cooper Flag and that whole team that's put together. I want to see the next level of the Golden State with Stephen and Jimmy. Let's see how they move. Again, I want to see what the Lakers and a motivated, paid Luka Dončić does. You know what I mean? So I want to see a lot of the West games when it's at a reasonable time. I'm gonna have to get that NBA League Pass and watch the games on repeat or something.
Okay, that's what I was about to say, because I need something where I can watch them on repeat the next day. They need a system like the WWE Network.
Yeah.
Something where we can watch it the day after.
The day after, something.
I'm not staying up till 11, 12 o'clock. And we on the East Coast, if y'all ain't realized that. But I ain't staying up that late to watch these games. Like, especially some of them West games where it's like I don't really care for. But a team I'm excited to see this year that I think is going to make some noise, and I don't know why I'm feeling so sus about them, is the Chicago Bulls.
Okay.
I think that's a sleeper team with a guy. I've seen them with some of them players like Kobe White. I think Kobe White is a monster. I think he's a monster and he could take over and do some things, but he just needs to be given the ball and given that chance. You know what I mean? And if they put the right players around the Bulls, I haven't really seen their roster. If they still got Josh Giddey, they still can make some noise, man.
How you feel about the Bulls is how I feel about the Magic. I feel like the Magic, again, a sleeper. The Bulls and the Magic are the teams that are called disruptor teams. You catch them in the playoffs, if you're not looking, they can knock you out.
100%.
All right? Straight up disruptors. And those are two young teams want to come up, and another team want to come up, Detroit. Yeah, again, Detroit stepped up a lot last year. They gave New York a run. And I think that's another team that can play disruptor. They can be the Miami Heat of the last couple of seasons where you didn't want to see them in the playoffs because they will sneak right into the finals.
That's a fact, bro. That's a fact. I mean, I'm not scared of none of them. The Pistons is the only team that we played this postseason that I feel like they actually had a chance to beat us.
Got you.
And we know about the play that was a great call. When they missed the call, it was a great missed call because it was hard for the ref to see that play when Tim Hardaway hit that shot and we got fouled and he said it wasn't a thing. Thank you to that ref because it was a very difficult play, but I feel like if they win that game, we have a different series.
Definitely.
But we got Mike Brown now, so those little mistakes ain't happening. That's all I got to say.
And of course, New York. I want to see how they grow. I want to see this new coaching style. I want to see everything I want to see everything come together. That's it. I just want to see everything come together and just, again, it could be a very exciting season this year. Last season was extremely exciting. This season could be just as good or even better.
I think we're going to have an exciting one. I think we're going to do what we got to do. But in the meantime, between time, I think that's all the time we got for today. And just get ready for the Knicks, man. Just get ready for the Knicks. That's all I got to say. Because a lot of people, shout out to everybody watching and shout out to everybody who knows that we're tried and true Knicks fans and accepts that we're true Knicks fans. And it's going to turn up when the Knicks really start winning and you're going to really see how disgusting Knicks fans could get. But I just want to say thanks to everybody for tuning in to another edition of Shootaround Sessions Podcast with me, Tawasi C, and my man,
Randy B. You know how it is.
You know how we do. Stay locked in with us. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Twitter. Subscribe. And make sure y'all get at us in the comments because we do respond and we love the back and forth. You know what I mean?
We love it.
So just stay with us. Keep rocking with us. And we catch y'all in the next one. All right?